My brothers and sisters, you are now watching the Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need! And I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so what's going on, you guys? Hope you guys are having a great day today so far. My Callisto review is coming a little bit sooner than I thought. A little bit sooner than I thought it would, but pretty much like my thoughts now, what I think about the game, that's what it's going to be. Nothing's going to change. I needed to do an update to my review, just to, update my viewpoints on some of the stuff that I had said in my first impressions of the game. So yeah, this will be my official Callisto Protocol review. First off, the story in this game. And just to keep things in perspective, like just how I had said when I was streaming this game, I didn't think that Dead Space had this like great storyline neither. You know, the whole stuff going on with Isaac and his wife and all that stuff going on. I wasn't like blown away by Dead Space's storyline neither. I didn't play Dead Space for the story, but at least like they had put the story out there and like set the tone of stuff that was going on, and then it played out how it played out in the Callisto Protocol. Dog. Like I kept on asking, yo, when are they actually going to explain like what's going on? Like how did this even happen? Like what are these parasites or infected? Like what the hell is going on, right? They don't even really explain that until you're like towards the end of the game, like more than halfway through the game. That's when they finally like say like, okay, how this happened and like what exactly is going on. And like they didn't say that until you're almost close to the end of the game. So I thought that was strange because I remember myself kept on asking like, yo, when are they going to go into like the backstory of like how all of this stuff even went on? Because things go to hell pretty quickly in this game, but no one says nothing. Kamiko's character, and I know that's not her actual name, but that's her name in The Boys, and that's the only thing. Like I don't know her actual name, but that actress from The Boys, she's in this game, and I was excited to see what they did with her character. Bro, they gave her just like the driest possible role in this game. Most of the time, like y'all wasn't even seeing eye to eye until your other partner dies in the game, and then that's when y'all actually start talking. And when y'all start talking, it's like over the freaking intercom. Y'all not even like speaking face to face. And then when y'all do come face to face, you're together for like a minute or two, and then you're split up again. Like you're constantly talking to her through like the intercom. And like even when y'all are together, it's like, I mean, if I'm gonna put it all out there, I mean, and then she gets infected towards the end, and then you have to try to save her, and it's just like you don't even care about any of the characters in this game. Like the main character in this game, Jacob, like if he died, like I wouldn't care. Like they do a poor job of making you care about really any of the characters in this game. I wasn't expecting too much, but I was expecting at least a little more than what we got. Again, I didn't expect like a lot in Dead Space's story neither, but at least like they gave us something. In this game, like I don't even really feel like they tried to have like a somewhat decent story. They just threw it really feels like they just threw something together and said here. and it is what it is. Stuff I said before, like the dodging in this game is not nowhere near as bad as some people were saying, but they definitely should have did something to, I don't know, make it more like, the problem in this game is you can literally dodge whenever. So like it's mad easy to dodge once you get the hang of it. And it's like the only time it kind of gets frustrating is again when they throw in a whole bunch of enemies at your direction. Then it's like you're trying to dodge these suckers while melee. These suckers take a bunch of hits, like I said. So that's when it kind of gets tricky. But the dodging mechanic, even when you're going against like, I guess the bosses in this game, which I'm going to get to. Someone had made the suggestion when I was streaming the game that it would have been better if like you had some type of like stamina meter or something, to where like each time you dodge it decreases your stamina, and you know you couldn't just spam it whenever you want, constantly dodging these enemies, and like you can do it whenever you want. The freaking bosses come into play. The enemies come into play. You're just dodging whenever you want, and once you get the hang of it, it's just like these suckers can't touch you. Like you feel like you're freaking Ultra Instinct Goku because you're just constantly dodging. So they definitely should have did something to where like there was a meter or something to where it made it just more interesting, and like a little bit more thought came into the process. So yeah, I will say that it's nowhere near as bad as like what people were saying, but it definitely, they could have did something else to like make it. Because again, like if you're going to compare it to Last of Us 2, you can dodge in Last of Us 2 as well, but like you have to time it. Like if you, like as soon as they're about to attack, that's when you do it, and then they're left for like opening. In this game, you don't have to time the dodge. It's just you see that they're about to attack, so you hold on the left stick, and then it's just like dodge. Like I said, the melee combat in this game, being that this game is so focused on that, they could have made the melees just the feel of the combat better. Like it's just, again, it doesn't really matter which difficulty you're playing on, but especially if you're playing on normal difficulty or hard, especially, these suckers just absorb like your melee. I had the junk at fully upgraded. Once you, because you could fully upgrade your melee combat, and I was so sure once this jump was fully upgraded, I was like, okay, I won't have to worry about this jump no more. Even when you have your melee combat fully upgraded, it's like you hitting these suckers in the damn face, and they're just like, that's cute. They're just non-stop coming at you. So again, the only thing that makes it a little bit better is once you like hit them 3 or 4 times, then you know the little thing shows up to where you're then able to shoot them. So then you could do a quick shot. But then even then, sometimes they don't die, especially when I switched it to hard. These suckers just refused to die in this game. But you know, they just take too much hits in this game. I don't know what they was thinking. These suckers absorb hits, bro. They eat bullets. They definitely eat your freaking melees in this game. And it's just like, once you start to get to like the end of the game, it gets exhausting. The enemies get exhausting. Die! Oh my god, bro! What is this? These suckers honestly refuse to die right now. And I was having fun with this game still, despite all of the flaws. But especially towards the end game, and with what I'm about to say, that's when it's just like, oh my god, bro. These enemies are exhausting. Like, stop throwing them at me, because they're just throwing constant enemies, and it's just like I said, the game just lacks that fear factor that I thought they was gonna have easily, because you know they did Dead Space. But I guess this was not the same team that did the Dead Space, so that's why this game kind of feels the way that it is. At least that's what people told me in my stream, that this wasn't like the Dead Space team. This is a new team that did this game. And apparently Glenn, he didn't even really like work too much on Dead Space or something. Like, he was the executive producer or something, so he didn't even like really have his hands on Dead Space. He was just like one of like the upper guys, so he kind of just like has the clout, I guess, of Dead Space, but he didn't really do nothing. Like, that's what people were saying to me on my stream. So at no point in this game, and the thing is, some of the environments you're in, you would think it would be scary, but it's not. Like, these enemies, and again, it's because I feel like these enemies don't feel threatening. And they don't feel threatening, again, going back into the dodge. They don't feel threatening because you know you can just dodge these suckers whenever. The only time they feel like semi-threatening is when you don't have bullets and you're like, oh my god, I have to melee these suckers, and these suckers take like 9 to 10 hits. that is the only time they feel threatening. Two, I felt like they was kind of lazy on the design of like the infected in this game. Like a lot of them just look like people that's burnt. Like they could have had it to where, you know, once they're like coming at you, like their bodies are like breaking apart and like mutating or something. And they kind of do that with some of them, like, you know, they're attacking you, and then once you see the tentacles come out, that means that they're about to mutate into like a different form, which is still annoying, and it's still the same case. You dodge them and then that's it. But yeah, they I just felt like they did the bare minimum with the infected in this game. I just felt like they could have been a lot cooler. I'm sorry, bro, because I was really enjoying this game, but now I really have to go in. Now I really have to go in.
BTO pickle chin that boy. Bagel that collard green hair that boy.
A lot of the environments in this game, it just feels like a bunch of wreckage. Like you're constantly just like maneuvering through just a bunch of just trash. I can't even like really describe it, but it's like you're constantly in these different environments, but it's like they don't have like a form. It's just like you're just going through like sewage or like wreck. I can't really describe it, but even the environments is just like, okay. I don't know. They introduce enemy in this game that's essentially exactly like clickers in Last of Us. They're blind, and when they come out, you're supposed to crouch and move slowly. They can't see, so if you like stand up and walk, they hear you, and then they go to investigate, right? Literally, you can be breathing inside of these suckers' mouth, inside of their butthole. These suckers sometimes don't even, not even sometimes they don't even respond. Like they could be right on you. It don't matter if you playing on easy, normal, or hard. They don't react. Like, what made the clickers so good is, especially in Last of Us 2, the fact that they couldn't see you, but it's how sensitive they are to sound, and the fact that they're one-hit kills. In that, like, it, you know, if you're gonna have a disadvantage for something, like, it has to have a catch. But in this game, like, they can't see you, so you move around slowly. But even then, they could be right on top of you and they still don't react. And then if they do see you, you can just you can just dodge. There is no catch-22 with them. And that's what like should have happened. Now, I know if they would have did something like that to where like their one-hit kills just like the clickers, whatever, then it just would have been like a complete clone. But I mean, let's call a spade a spade. They're pretty much clickers in this game, but like they're not dangerous. It's almost like a fake threat. Like they make you feel like, yo, this is supposed to be tense. Like, yo, look how much of them is around you. But even when they see you, they're really not gonna do much. Like it's all of the flaws that this game does have, and like people saying that this game is not worth $70. Okay, cool. I agree with that. But then again, a lot of the games that come out today are not necessarily worth $70, you know, or 60, whatever. So you can say that for a lot of games. So when people were saying that, I was like, whatever, I'm gonna still try, you know, to find fun in this game, because I bought it from the PlayStation Store. It's not like I could just trade the game in. I'm gonna try to enjoy the game, and I was still finding enjoyment in the game. But towards the end, they throw this, I guess if you want to call it a boss, whatever, they throw this freaking two-faced split boss at you. And like, again, it's the same premise. The game, it doesn't matter if you're going against a normal enemy in this game, a different variation of that enemy in this game, or a higher up tier boss fight. The strategy never changes. They throw a couple of stuff at you, Like, it never changes. It doesn't matter what you're going against. So they throw this sucker at you, and if he hits you, it's an automatic kill. But he swings so slow, it's easy to dodge. But the thing is, think about all of the stuff that I said prior to this game. How the combat is kind of scuffed because they take so much hits. And even with bullets, they take so much hits. They throw this sucker into the mix. This man is like the king. The king of taking hits, taking bullets. This sucker literally has a buffet with the melee combat in this game and your bullets. I do not. No, I do not. Say sight. You're mad. I'm back. Big man. I know that's not what I think it is. You're mad. I'm back. Big man. I'm leaving. I already know some type of fight is going to go down just because of the way this show is set up. Got 3 fans. I swear they do what I think they about to do. You're mad. I'm back. Big man. I thought it was just gonna be a one-time deal. They throw this sucker at you 3, 4, 5 different times. And it's just like, oh my goodness, bro. Like, again, I was having fun with this game. But now I really have to sit here and slander some stuff and be real. I'm gonna be real at the end of the day. It's not fun at all. Quite frankly, it's exhausting. And you have to fight him multiple times. And then sometimes they'll put other enemies in the mix. So you're fighting him with other enemies, and it's just like, who thought that was a good idea, bro? Like, towards the end, man. I mean, y'all suckers know if you was in my stream last night, towards the end, that's the only word that I can use. Exhaustion. I was exhausted. Both physically and mentally. Before then, I was actually having fun with the game still. I was still having somewhat enjoyment. But towards the end, they're just throwing non-stop enemies, and then they're throwing in, you know, that boss that just absorbs everything. It's just, it gets to the point to where it's like, bro, I just want to beat this game just to say I beat it. You combine all of that stuff with the fact the story isn't really nothing. It's really nothing. Like, all that special at all. Yeah. I just feel like I got a bunch of suckers in the Discord just like literally sitting down, and these suckers is just like sipping tea, just like, see, I told you. I can't freaking stand it. But there are some moments in this game to where I still did have fun with it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this game to where, and someone had made a great point in my first impression. They had left a comment on the vid to where they had said, I was like, and I didn't even think about it like that. But then once he said that, I was like, yo, that's a good point. Like, they put this game out now because the Dead Space remake, I guess, drops next month. So they didn't want this game to drop near like the Dead Space remake or the RE4 remake, because it would get completely outshined next to those games. So they put this game out now, so, you know, it had a better shot at getting some attention, you know, because a lot of people have said, you know, that this game could have been delayed for like another year, so they could really, like, you know, make the game just feel more fine-tuned and stuff like that. And I kind of agree with that. But if they did that and they, you know, drop this junk next to like some big games or like Dead Space or the RE4 remake, this game, nobody would be checking for this. So when they said that, I was like, yo, that's a good point. That's probably that is probably why they put this game out now before like the other horror games that people are actually waiting for come out. So it's unfortunate. I still did have some fun with it, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna give this game a 6.5. For the people that actually gave this game a shot and a chance, What did you think about the Callisto Protocol? Let me know down in the comments below. What score would you give this game? What were some of your gripes about this game and things that you felt like they could have did better? Hope you guys are having a good day. Catch y'all boys in my next one, all right? Oh yeah, and another thing that I forgot to say. I have to tell y'all, like, all of the issues that I had with the game. I was literally done, about to leave the damn room, but I forgot to say this. To top it all off, you see that they have this $30 season pass that I think is supposed to include story DLC and a new game plus mode and a permadeath mode, I think. And it's just, this story wasn't even interesting enough to have story DLC. So it's the fact that on top of all that, they have this season pass next to it. Like, I heard some of my Twitch viewers saying that the season pass story DLC is supposed to have the true ending to the story. Like, I don't care about this story enough to care about a true ending.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right, I'm done for real now.